So you want to improve your West Coast swing styling? In this video, I'm going to bring you my top 7 styling hacks for dancers over 50, but really these are things that will help your West Coast swing look better at any age. But I turned 50 this year, so even as your body slows down a little bit, these are still some tips that will help you. My name is Brian B.
I'm Miss Megan.
So numero uno is rolling through my feet. What is rolling through my feet? This might be a simple concept. For some of you, it might not, but to me, it's the foundation of how I move. So as the leader, as I'm moving backwards, I want to trace my foot. By the way, styling hack 1A is to trace your foot and don't pick it up from the floor. Trace your foot along, roll into the ball of your foot and delay the weight to your heel as you're moving backwards. Now the follower moving forwards, we do this again your way.
Followers, you can either go with a heel or a toe. Right now I'm going to do heel. So we go heel and roll through your foot, pull your foot through, heel, roll through your foot, or you can go toe and roll down, toe and roll down.
So the idea is that you're moving through your foot rather than 1, 2, 3, 4 being very staccato, 3, 4. I'm going to go back this way. I can roll through and create a smooth look, whether I'm going forward or back. So numero uno is roll through your feet. Number 2 is a Brian B drill. Megan's going to have to follow along. This is awesome for leaders and followers. It's one of the #1 hacks that I use, and I created this drill for it. It's walk, walk, triple step, walk, walk, triple step. I'm going to rock back on the right foot, rock, step. Then we're going to do a triple step, a right, left, right, and then we're going to rock back, left, right, and left, right, left, and walk, walk with a triple step, and walk, walk, and a triple step. And I was playing putt-putt with Miss Megan and Miss Emily last weekend, and I was doing this incessantly to the music. Here's what I want you to practice. Number 1, as we rock back, we can practice rolling through our feet. That's number 1. So I'm already practicing rolling through your feet. Number 2, this is probably my #1 hack, is as I do my triple step, I'm going to place this foot, I'm going to roll this foot, never taking my toe off to the floor, spinning my heel as far as it will go before I step back. If you see it from the other side, we roll back, walk, walk. I place this foot, I roll this around, and I step back. Let's do it 2 more times. Walk, walk, a triple step, walk, walk, and triple step. Let me show you where leaders and followers can use this all the time when you dance. West Coast Swing is super fun, but let's face it, it gets complicated fast. That's why we created our free West Coast Swing ebook to give you access to all the answers in one place. You can grab it in the description below or the QR code right here. Right side pass. 1, 2, there's my footwork, anchor, step. 1, 2, I roll my footwork, anchor, step. For Megan, it's the same thing.
Walk, walk, rolling triple step and triple step. Walk, walk, triple around and triple step.
Now number 3, I'm going to show you another drill, and then I'm going to show you on a 3B how you can combine the two. That's probably my biggest hack, number 2. This is called cover and pull. So we're doing triple steps. If I did it without the drill, we'd go triple step, kind of plotty. But what I want to do is go triple, and I want to take this heel and spin it over the top of my right toe, take the weight on the ball of the foot, and then step to the side. If I do it here, I go 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. I'm going to do this sideways to you. I don't typically go sideways here, but I want you to see this. As I step back, I'm rolling through. I'm rolling this heel almost like I did in my drill before, where I spin this. The reason why they call this cover and pull is because I'm going to cover my toe of my right foot with the heel of the left. Why? Well, because if I don't cover, you might put that foot down too early, and then it will look very plotty, which might be fine. That might be level 1 of your styling. But if you want some more things to do, if I cover my right toe with my left heel, I have to take the weight on the ball of my foot, otherwise I'll step on my toe. So that means I'm going to stay present over that left foot so I can slide this away and start to create some move and groove. So if we did this again, we'd go triple step, and again, triple step. Now notice my body's gonna have to move, and I don't have to be super flexible to do this. I don't have to be 25 years old and have all this flexibility because I have a bad back and it doesn't work that way anymore, but I use this all the time. How would this work if we used our right side pass? Megan's gonna have to think on her feet because I know what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, and I've covered and I push 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. So now I'm not stuck in a boring right side pass where I just have to come right back in the slot. I can use my rolling through the feet, number 1. I can use my drill where I tighten my footwork around, number 2, and then I can use my cover and pull to really create some dynamic. I could even go back the other way using the cover and pull. So that's a little bit more complicated. Here's 2 that you can use right out of the gate, 4, 5, and 6. I can raise, lower, and create angles. So I can walk back, boring, boring, triple step, anchor step. I might just raise, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. I can lower, 1, 2, 3, and 4,
Megan
5,
can't.
and 6. 1, 2. So I can raise and lower in different places depending upon what I feel in the music, just to give me something. So 4 and 5 are super easy. Raise and lower, you can do it anywhere. Our number 6 is to create angles. What do I mean by create angles? If I go to beginner class, I actually got this email, like, what is the perfect way to do the footwork for a basic pattern? Emily's nodding her head. We teach one way, but as we get going, there's a gajillion different ways. So I can dance a sugar push, very square, excellent, right? I could dance the same sugar push, just creating angles. More of an angle with my left and my right, triple step, and the rest of it's the same. I could go back with the left and the right, triple step, and everything's the same. I could also keep the angle. I could go 1, 2, and I could keep this angle 3 and 4. I could keep it the whole way. Megan didn't, I did. Who cares, right? If we did that again, 1, 2, I can keep the angle, then maybe I can take it away. And already you start to see some things change. So creating angles. Where's another example of creating angle? Let's use a whip. If I dance a whip, I could do a basic whip. Everything is boring. I could create an angle on my 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. I can create an angle. Well, now I have to do something with this angle. Maybe my triple step cuts in front, which leads me to number 7. I can vary my anchor step in tons of ways, and I can use all the stuff that I know how to do. Here's 3 basic ones we can do. I can do my basic, here's my boring one. Anchor in place, and your beginner class teacher is excited, and you are bored. So the 3 places I can go to the side. Megan does this a lot. I can go to the side on my anchor and return. I can go in front, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I can go in front and return, and I can go behind and return. 1, 2, 3, and 4, behind and return. But now let's start to look at some of the stuff we already know in how that would start to feel natural. By the way, I had a dance teacher once that said, Brian, if anyone ever tells you dancing is natural, don't pay for the lesson because they're lying to you. It's not natural. No. But if you do some things, they will start to feel more normal, and that'll start to feel natural. The angles, 1, 2, 3, and if I create an angle either in my body or I lead it from my partner, this opens up 2 opportunities. Megan might want to go in front, and I might want to go behind. Let's do that again. 1, 2, I create an angle. Maybe I do it myself, or in this case, I led Megan. She might want to go in front, and I might want to go behind. What if I want to go in front with her? 1, 2, 3, and 4. We create an angle. We can both go in front. What if she wants to go behind? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, and 4. She goes behind, and oh, by the way, look at that. Off script, it creates a different look, right? All of a sudden, that's styling. You go, Megan, how did you do that? She just decided to go behind while she's rotated here, and it creates a different look. And when you're adding, go ahead and style up the roll through the feet, make it look as cool as possible. 1, 2, no pressure, Megan. Ooh, and we weren't gonna do this. This was gonna be, I said 7, that's 7. I'm gonna give you a bonus 8. You can hitch. This is tricky, a hitch. So instead of walking back 1, 2, 1, 2, I'm gonna hold on the 1. I'm gonna roll my way back, 1. Then I'm gonna ball change, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. A hitch, ball, step, triple step, anchor, step. If you want to see a whole video, we walk you through that step by step. You can watch this video here. Also in that playlist, I'll put our sugar push styling tips. So if you want to style up your sugar push, because you're going to dance a ton of those, you'll want to watch us here. And if you want to level up your West Coast swing, you can download this video. It's really cool. 5 drills to improve your West Coast swing in 30 seconds. These are literally the things that I do when I play putt-putt and there's music. You can watch that video, download it right up here.